Hello and welcome to the Watch News channel. I'm Nick and this is the Cronos climbing series. Ooh. If you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. Come on in, take a seat. You might enjoy it. If you're a returning subscriber, it's nice to see you. No, it's a Rolex. It's a Rolex Explorer homage with a Tiffany blue dial. That's what it is. They haven't really given it a name on their site. They just called it the climbing series, so I thought it was an interesting name. I wasn't going to review this watch. I actually bought it as for a mod project, but after using it in a comparison video in my last video, I've had a few subscribers ask if I would do a review of it. So I'm going to. And I haven't done the mod, have I? I've kept it as is. And the reason is because I actually really like it. It's a really nice summer watch. I wasn't too fussed on Tiffany blue dials. I thought they were a bit played out. Because when, like Patek brought out that the Tiffany Nautilus, and then every man and his dog all of a sudden had a Tiffany blue dial on the go, or something similar. And so I kind of stayed away from it. But getting it, I can see why people like the Tiffany. It's Tiffany blue is a beautiful color for summer, and the color that Cronos has used here is particularly nice, especially in this dial format with their Explorer indexes. It works. It works well. This is the 36mm model, and it wears on my 6.57-inch wrist rather well. But before I talk too much more about it, we should have a look to see what you get when you order one of these from Cronos. Before we have a good look at the watch, let's have a look at what you get when you buy the Cronos climbing watch. Well, you get the old style protective case. A lot of watches from AliExpress used to come in this one, and Cronos are still using it, as you can see. You've got the usual stuff. Got the watch in here. I'll just move out of the way a second. You get a spring bar removal tool, and it is signed Cronos. It's a basic one, though. You're not getting anything special here, but it's nice to get. I've already taken the stickers off the watch. Sorry, guys. I just took them off without really thinking about filming it. There we are. I took out 3 links to size it to my 6.75-inch wrist, and you do get a warranty card, which is signed. And you've got your international guarantee from Cronos, which is a 2-year guarantee. So, that's pretty decent. Let's have a look at what the specs are according to the Cronos official store, which is where I bought this watch from. So they've called it the Cronos Climbing Series. They haven't really given it a name. I have asked them for whether they've got an actual official designation for it, but I haven't had a reply yet. So if I do get a reply, I'll pop it up on screen. But the case is, it's a 36mm stainless steel case, and it's powered by the NH35, Seiko NH35. You got a lug-to-lug of 43.4 millimeters, a lug width of 20 mil, a thickness of 11.55, so basically 12. The crystal is sapphire with a clear AR coating, and the lume is BGW9, and it's got a water resistance of 100 meters. Oh, and it is a screw-down crown and a screw-down case back. All right, so that's the specifications over with. Let's actually have a look at this watch. It's a nice watch. Like, it catches your eye really well straight away. It's been polished really, really rather nicely, and to a point where when I was asking Cronos about whether they had a name for this watch, I also asked them if they were using a different type of steel, like if it was the 904L or something, because The steel on this Chronos seems to shine a lot brighter than on my other 316L stainless steel watches. So I don't know what polishing they've used on this one to sort of get it to shine that much more. You've got a nice screw down crown, which is signed with the Chronos hourglass, and you've got a standard Rolex style flip block clasp. It hasn't got the flip block adjustment though system in it. It is just the outer shell of the clasp. It's all right. It's a bit bog standard when it comes to these type styles of watches. Um, no real sharp edges to it. A few sharp corners, but otherwise it's a decently made clasp. It's not going to fall off your wrist with this using this clasp, and it's decently milled. And you've got a bit of micro adjust then on the inside of the clasp. I think it's like 3 points of micro adjust where you can sort of move it across. And it's got like it's like similar to a diver's extension, but it's not a diver's extension because it doesn't extend far enough to be one. But it's got like a little flip lock, so you can just get an extra link out of the bracelet, which is great because if you're on the fly and you really need to untie, your bracelet's way too tight, you can open it up a link. So I like it. I'm actually wearing it right now with a link, with the flip link open because it's a warm day and my wrist has expanded. So it works. So although initially when I first saw it, I was like, oh no, not a diver's extension. It's not. It actually really works quite well for the purposes it's intended for. So you've got a fully brushed bracelet, oyster style bracelet, free link, and you've got the oyster style case. This is there's not much point in going over too much about the design of this watch. It is a Rolex homage. They have I'm not going to do it again because it drove me nuts getting it back on, but I took the bracelet off to try it on some other straps. And what Kronos have done is that for the end link, they've actually put in a little notch in there and then into the case as well. So it fits perfectly into the case. And so there's no play. It doesn't move at all. The only problem with that is to do that, they've had to bring the spring bar hole right up next to the case. And in doing so, it means I couldn't fit any other straps on there. All the straps I tried with it, they were all too big. I just literally couldn't get them on there without it damaging the strap. So I just put the bracelet back on. I should have taken some pictures of that before I put it back on, but I didn't. And like I said, it drove me so mad the first time. I'm not doing it again. So you'll have to take my word on this one. But you've got a beautiful Tiffany blue dial with the Explorer numerals and applied Cronos logo, and it's all done very well. Minute tracks really printed nicely. You've got nice raised numerals and indexes and that Cronos applied logo, and they all catch the light in a very nice way. You've got clear anti-reflective coating, I believe, on this watch because I can't see any tinges anywhere, and it hasn't got that washout I was talking about in my last video with the Octopus Kraken. So I don't know if that washout is to do perhaps with the type of AR being used. Perhaps you get it off that blue AR. Anyway, I'm not seeing it on this one. Handset is really well finished. Again, not getting any prizes for design. It is a Mercedes handset. But that's the watch. You've got the high polish bezel against the brush top of the lugs, which gives you a nice effect, and then the high polish sides to the case and to the sides of the bracelet. And as you can see, the brushing is really well done, nice and fine. And as I was saying about the end links fitting into the case, they do fit in beautifully. But if you can't use other straps, that might put some people off. Screwed links, no problem. Resizing the bracelet, they come out no problem, and they've gone in, no issues. And I haven't had them try to work themselves out, which is nice because that's usually what happens. But yeah, overall, I think this is it's a nice looking watch. And the star of the show, of course, is that dial. So here we are outside in the sunshine, and boom! There goes the dynamite. That is a beautiful dial. I mean, the way the indexes are catching the shadow there in the light, and the blue of that dial coming up. You can see why I've sort of decided I'm probably just going to keep this watch as is, and I'm not going to mess with it. I am a bit disappointed I can't put other straps on it though, but there we go. Lume time! So Cronos have not skipped on the lume on this one. They put in a decent amount of lume into the markers, the hands, and the numerals. The numerals are the first to go on the lume test, which goes over about 10 minutes, which is about 6 to 7 hours actual visual time. So it will last you all night. But the hands stick in there, so do the stick markers and the triangles. So it's good lume overall. So there we go. That was the Cronos Climbing Series 36mm Explorer homage. What do you think? Think you might want to pick one up now? Because if you do, there's an affiliate link in the description. Also, while looking up the cost for this watch, I've come across a couple of other review videos, not of the Tiffany blue, but of a different color, but still the 36mm. And I come across a review video from Relative Time where the name is L6019, but I can't find that anywhere on the listing on AliExpress. So yeah, so it seems it has a name. Not just the climbing series, actually the L6019. So are you going to pick up the L6019? For the price, for the price that this watch is, for $174, and that's not including any discounts you might be able to get, like some store discounts, or if you've got any codes. It's a good price. It's a good price for this watch. You're getting a decent amount of watch for that money. And what's that? It's about £147. So it's good. It's good. So there we go. That's me for today. I thank you for joining me. And I hope you'll join me for the next one. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Cronos. Cronos. Cronos.